wake up. That's why I was chill. And it's a Sunday. Hello! What's going on, everybody? I haven't been on here in a long time, it feels like. Or in the studio, anyway. Well, since hanging on to your shorts. And that was a fun
2 weeks ago.
Retirement. Well, you know what? I used to do this so much that felt like... I'm so busy, that felt like months ago. It really did.
Because what were you podcasting, like 5 days a week?
I did a lot. I used to do a lot, right, Meng? I was in a lot there. But... I don't know. Things happen and the craziness. But we are here today, and we got...
Mike Vezza. What's up, everybody?
And Larry Rosen.
What's going on? You guys haven't seen you guys in a while. I feel like it's like life is coming back to normal, and I can't believe it's been a year and 2 months, and we are going back to the Brightside for a festival.
I can't wait, dude. I'm literally home because of that. And I got an apartment. I have an apartment in South Beach. I literally came home to Jersey, and I'm like, you know what? I could fly down. Maybe I should stay up another week and check this out. And that's kind of the deal here.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're doing it. But we got only one day this time around. But thanks to you introducing Binge Wave, and oh my God, I love it. But it took forever.
It's one of those things that.
But
It's
I love
confusing when you learn it.
Yeah.
But once you do, like, I mean,
once you do,
I can tell you, I can help you because I just know how to do all this stuff.
You know how to do it. And as you were telling me, and I was learning, as it's repeat instruction.
Yeah.
You do it, and you're like, oh my God, it's amazing. And I feel like I wanted to keep doing it. Well, we will be doing it for In the Cut probably, right?
Yeah.
So
for me, it's 50-50 the way it works, but you can't be live, and I'm so glad you're going to do a live day on Sunday, right?
Yeah. So Sunday is going to be the only films that we have kept out of the live is the high school and college. I was able to fit all the films in for upstairs, downstairs all day, and the awards we had the awards all ready for August.
Nice.
Except for the student awards. So we're still kind of putting that together, the student awards, which will be a show. We probably have to do it here, man. I'll probably have to book a show just giving the awards for high school and college, which we didn't get as much, but COVID. What are you going to do? No. And then again, I stopped it for the next one. We were supposed to have one in March, and it was hard. We kept changing the dates on Film Freeway, so we couldn't do it anymore and couldn't extend anymore. So I stopped it. You've been there, you understand, right? So you stop it. So I didn't, all the high school people that I know, I didn't even tell them about it. I said, wait, we'll get new ones. So I'm like, okay, now after this is over, after I'm done with this and clear this, I said in June, send me the new ones, so then we'll have normal amount of films again. And I said the summer I could take it. We could put with other films you got to obviously watch it and pick and choose, but with the student films, I mean I have room. If I have room, I can play it.
The other problem with the student films is they're students, they submit, and because the festival keeps getting pushed back, they're now off in college, sophomores by the time their film is
Oh my gosh, they are almost. It was funny because the guy at the South school that teaches over at South, he's like, wait, these were last year's kids. I was like, well, unless they were juniors, they could be juniors, but they were all seniors who submitted, so they're all in college now, and their films are playing this weekend. So I'm like, well, what are you gonna do? Mine too, but I actually cut a lot of mine that were seniors. I just cut their films for timing.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
and they're not high school students anymore.
Yeah, so they're college anyway. So they're like, "Why are you playing my high school film in there and throw my college film in there?" I'm like, "Well, give it to me then."
Yeah, submit it.
Well, you know, one of my
you
know some of my students, but Yasmin.
Yeah, I know Yasmin. I probably run into a few others too. But I'm like the man on campus.
Well, yeah, you got to tell them. Be like,
Mr. Cullen is your teacher. All right, right.
Wait. You're friends with the teacher. Whoa.
No, it was the funniest thing though. Like when the first time, I don't know. I think I had my phone on me, and he sends me a picture, and he's picturing him and Yasmin, and I go, "What the hell?"
That's cool. Yeah.
I'm like, "What is this? That Brightside?" I was like, "Look, is it Brightside or something like that?" I'm like, "No." You're like, "It was brand new." I'm like, how and why are you with Yasmin? She's at college, and you're like, and I didn't know. I didn't know you were at college.
I'm almost 40. I decided to go to film school, so now I'm a top actor, producer. I'm also a student.
But you also got like a 4.0.
Yeah, well, we had technically undergrad. I didn't even tell you this shit. Yeah. Larry's aware. Okay, so apparently you can just go to graduate school and start an MFA without an academic background.
What?
So I've been doing like 20 grand worth of undergraduate work.
Well, I need
film.
I need a +10. Can I do that? Can I go to Montclair and do a +10?
It's not. Unfortunately, Montclair State does not have an MFA in filmmaking.
Oh, that's why I can't.
If a place does have an MFA. There's one or two in Jersey, though.
But I don't need an MFA. I just need a +10.
Oh, I'll tell you where I did mine. So.
Well, you're +10? You have +10?
I have +40. I have 2 masters.
Well, you have that's
anyway.
So that's why. But like,
yeah.
I just want. I don't. The kids are gonna kill me here.
But
I don't like going to school.
Wait, no. My second master's was entirely online.
If they're outstanding filmmakers.
Oh, but that's okay.
Educational technology.
But even my parents are like, just take it online. I'm like, I won't concentrate online. I get too much stuff going on.
You don't have to. My second master's, I think in total, if I really, really did work, I might have done 2 days of work. The hardest thing is,
take papers or something, right?
No, not even there. The hardest thing is take this and implement it into find a teacher that will let you implement this into a classroom. I was an actual teacher, so my keyboarding class, they were my guinea pigs. I'm just like, all right, guys, this is what we're doing today, blah, blah, and I would just test everything on them.
So, I mean, it's been so long. It's been so long since I took classes.
Yeah.
That I'm old now, and it's like I really, really don't want to. My mom was always telling me, she was like, "Well, I have a lot of experience in special ed, but I don't have the special ed degree." But I went for the alternate thing, and I needed 5 years to get the credits, and I didn't do it. So I'd have to reapply and do it again. And it's not that many, and I'm very good with special ed, and I should do it. But I was like, I don't want to.
I was 6 credits away.
I can make arrangements for you.
I just don't want to.
For you to be in some very... I mean, I don't know how difficult it'll be.
But look how busy we are. You're busy. Yeah, you're busy.
True. But, I mean, we can put you right. One of the teachers at NJCU for special education.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
Is Vezza. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Mama Bear's all right. Shout out, too, if you don't call me.
I guess if I did that and I took a class, I could, at that time, I could take a class at a time and just relax,
I was 6 credits away from my special ed certificate.
I just need 10.
And special ed just kept... They're like, get your certificate, you're great with the kids. I was like, I don't want to teach special ed.
But
that's why I never...
That was the thing, but it was good to have at the time. That when you were teaching, it was good to have at that time.
No, because that
was before? Well, they wanted you to have it. Like, if you taught elementary, maybe right after that, but there's a time where if you taught elementary, you should have your special ed, too.
I was a high school teacher, though.
Yeah.
So they would give me, 25 classified kids, which they're not allowed to give that many.
That's true.
But if I was a special ed teacher, they could.
They could, absolutely.
That's why I didn't want a certificate, because I want to be able to sit there and go, you're messing up.
They know that I put the thing in for it, and I have the sort of thing, but I don't have the credits.
The CE.
So I have that. So they throw them in my class, but I don't have the official. And I'm very good with them, so they kind of... it's film. You could do it.
But the certificate of eligibility is good, and not only film, all the arts are usually good for any kind of differently able or special needs.
Well, it just depends on the teacher too. I'm just very good with those students.
Well, especially special ed loves film.
They do,
because it's something they can actually do. They can be creative. They can see the
editing.
Work.
They love to edit.
Brilliant medium of expression as well. I mean, it's the bottom line.
Well, you even think about a lot of the actors and a lot of filmmakers. They do have, even if it's slight. A lot of people, even maybe me, has a slight issue or slight problem or issue that we got to deal with and overcome. But you do it, and it's an artistic route. So I can't do a certain thing. I just can't. I just can't do a certain thing. But I can do all this other stuff. But I know it. I know I can.
I mean, it's funny you mention it. I for whatever screwy reason, I mean, I obviously have all kinds of special needs, but academically, as far as graduate
ADD?
school goes, I've been very gifted. I mean, I'm killing it.
You might have ADD, but I think we all have ADD.
Well, it's like the worst thing as
well,
I definitely have.
trying to do video editing with OCD.
You have OCD?
Oh, yeah. And trying to do video editing, you're just like, no, it's not just perfect. I'm sitting there at editing tables. I was like, okay, let's cut 1/100th of a second, so it's that much quicker.
You are like that. You are like
Got
that.
a lot of commas and initials after my name, no matter how you split it. I saw that from you. I know, yeah.
Yeah. You kind of sort of are. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Like I know people in my family that are, and they're always washing their hands, always doing. I can see that.
Yeah.
Back on graduate school, I literally was at lunch with this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? It's too bad
I'm
there's
gonna
no
go back to school.
MFAs in New Jersey. Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know FDU had a film school. It's too bad they don't have an MFA. And Larry
They do?
goes, they absolutely do. And I'm like,
Oh.
you guys don't know this. You know, I go to Montclair State now, and
so
that's where I
but
did my
Montclair,
undergrad,
as
but-
big as they are in film, why don't they have an MFA if they're so big in film?
It's unfortunate. Montclair is the best film school in New Jersey.
Yeah, so
I'll
I don't
put that to the
understand.
test a
Yeah,
million times over.
and I basically recruit for them, I guess, because all my students
Yeah,
go there.
Well, you know what?
I need a kickback,
And those are
kickback,
usually the
finder's
smarter
fee.
ones.
finder's fee. Every
want
time a
that
kid
over,
applies,
yeah.
give me $50.
Every time they go, give me a piece of the tuition.
Right? Give me a little.
It'd be a big nut.
So,
I mean,
Yeah.
so, but what's the reason behind not having that?
I don't know.
Or are
And I
they
think
working
they should have
towards it?
doctoral study in media arts, but
Are they working towards it?
I
Maybe?
would hope so. I would hope. I'll email some department heads and be like, "Hey, thank you for
So-
your help." But now I'm going to graduate school.
So
at
you're in
my
graduate
graduate
school.
alma mater in a program I didn't know. I start my residency in June.
What is this?
Yeah. Fairleigh Dickinson University, MFA.
Wait.
residency.
So, what are you doing with all of your credits that you took? Can you move? What do you do with it? Can I have them?
They're undergrad credits.
They're
so-
undergrad.
Yeah, can I have them?
They wouldn't
Oh, that
help
doesn't
you.
work. I have to have grad.
My original undergraduate GPA went from a 2.9, hopefully, to a 3.1 and change, maybe a 3.2.
Well, that's
the
a
two
good
professors
GPA,
I'm
yeah.
taking now giving me A's. I'm
Wait,
not saying anything.
But
hard, so I haven't
you're
got
still
any
at
coaching.
Montclair. You're still you're taking
Still at
classes.
Montclair State.
How are you doing
I
it?
finish next week.
But you're in Florida.
I'm going into my finals with an A. Yeah, but it's on Zoom. Yeah, classes
pandemic
are on
times.
Zoom. So very, it's all
Did you
true.
take classes with any of my students
the
again?
bills to prove it.
Did you get in any classes with my students again?
I don't think any of them had you. My advanced screenwriting class is all seniors. So I haven't had an opportunity to be like, hey, anybody have Cullen? Because
Yeah.
we take advanced screenwriting on Zoom, so I can't.
What?
you know.
Well, mostly mine would be
Professors in LA.
freshmen and sophomores. Sophomores, freshmen would be mine. Because I don't think the older ones they didn't go there yet. So, what are you doing with these credits? Nothing.
My original
so you're
undergraduate GPA was always a bug up my ass, and I had a 2.95.
So now
I have
now-
a 3.15.
So that's a good thing. But
possibly
now you're in the film program for graduate.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going straight in with nothing.
At Fairleigh, not at Montclair.
Yeah. So they're
the
like,
last
yes, you're able to get
$18,000 meant nothing.
it. So you spent $18,000
I
to
learned
know
a lot.
that you got in.
Learned a lot. Did some great networking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like I only needed. It looks
Now you
like
just gotta
I
make
had
that back up.
everything I needed.
And you're 20
to get
years
in
later-
without studying film.
Here, 20 years later, you could say, my GPA was higher than a 3.0 in college.
But
Yeah.
I have 2 graduate degrees from the school I'm
I-
going to, and I got
yeah.
one downstairs in this very building. Remember the first
Yeah,
time I did
you
a
went to-
podcast with you? I'm like, I've been here before.
Ming, he went to Fairleigh
From
Dickinson
FDU,
downstairs.
Yeah, they don't rent it anymore. Now it's boarded up, but the glass is still on the wall. I was pointing at it. So anyway,
That's great.
yeah,
No, so now you're gonna go when? Fall?
it looks like my residency's in June, so I start in 2 weeks, kind of, and then 17 weeks. of
You
classes,
do realize
yeah.
that like graduate is a lot harder for film than it is undergrad.
From what I gather at Fairleigh, most of the program's online, so it's not going to be super interactive. And this is part of where I strive because I
So
travel
mostly
a
for
lot,
producing. Is
and
it
I'm
for
not
producing?
good at time
Is it
tests,
mostly
but-
for the producer role? Is it more like
You know
like
what?
is it producing?
When I
maybe because
wrote up my application, I plugged it in, but you can concentrate in producing, you can concentrate in screenwriting, you can concentrate in directing, which is how I applied. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the residency, and in the residency I'm going to figure out just what the program's like and how it is, and likely decide to stay because they're legitimate graduate credits towards an obviously accredited MFA.
I'm trying to picture Mike as a director.
I know, right?
I mean,
I can see him producing.
Too easy.
No, as a producer, you like wander around.
Yeah, you have the producer down.
I'm a good producer, though. I'm a lot better than some producers we know who try to help.
Yeah, well, you have the producer.
Check always clears with Mikey Vezza.
But you also you have a lot of masters. You know a lot about a lot. So that's why I'm saying producer is more of your fit.
Well, there's different kinds of producers, too.
Yeah,
I'm an
absolutely.
actor's producer. I'm a lot more familiar with the movie magic software than people really give me credit for. I'm not that great at scheduling, but I am always better than on time.
Well, that's what
But you
ADs are
tell
for.
people what to do. You tell people the schedule.
But in indie, your line producer, your assistant director, a lot of times they're the same person. If not, just the director's doing all of it, which you're very, very used to, as are you.
Yeah, I mean, I used to give it to my ADs for features because I hate sitting there and doing that stuff.
If you have a good AD, we've all had bad experiences.
Yeah, that's why I kind of stopped using ADs because I stopped having good ones.
Because some people use ADs as producers. I wonder who. Not you. Not you. I'm talking. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hire some kind of executive consultant who's good at organizing.
Let me AD. No, you're producing and ADing at the same time.
You know what? If you hire a good enough director to really project your vision, then everything's going to be organized and go well, and they're going to make the magic happen. Is the bottom line. Am I that guy? I know how to find that guy.
I mean, I've definitely been on the sets where the director has taken where the producer would be and just brought it to another level. But still, like, if you have a producer that's like, no, I am in charge and that's it. Because, some people that, are like that, the producers that are over.
I hate that. But I like to know. Everything. I like to know about stuff and I give my opinion. And I will, because I'm Irish. I will tell you like it is. But, like, say I told you, I think you should do this, 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 this. And you don't do it. Do I give a shit? No.
No.
Because you do what you do, but I at least told you my opinion.
Yeah, and you give your opinion, and maybe
there's
something in there that's like, oh, that's a really good idea, and sometimes I'm like, it doesn't work.
Just like when we were doing this film, and I'm like, I want to be in this film, and I want to die in the lake, and we were just kidding around.
Tackled into the lake to die
and die and get killed. So then, I had him thinking it's in his brain. I'm driving home. He calls me. He's like, "You really want to do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want to do it." And we did it, and it's in the movie. There you go.
Actually, no. It waited for the sequel.
Oh yeah, I was like to the sequel.
I'm like, okay, the sequel's gonna have little random parts all over the place. You know what? You want to do that lake scene? Let's do it. All right.
It took to the sequel. That was fun. That was a fun time. Except it was only like this deep.
Yeah, so
he syringed.
He gets tackled in, and they're expecting to go like deep in. And they're like ankle high. He's like, oh. And I mean, Chris went with it. The other guy was like, oh, what now? It's like, we have one take. Like, you screwed it up. Go, keep going.
But the cut when I'm there and I yell, run! It's in the movie. If you watch it, go watch it. It's Into the Outbreak, and it's on Amazon. That scene is awesome because then Yessie goes running, and that's a great shot of her running. And then I think it cuts to later where she's up by the tree, and that's another great shot. Give props to Mr. Cinematographer for that one. He has that in his reel.
Yeah, he has the gunshot.
Yeah, the gunshot. Yeah.
Who was the sin on it?
Terrell.
Well, it was DDP.
Yeah. Well, that was crazy with he was using the. I remember when he had the camera up and it was coming down and he jumped to catch it into the thorn bushes and he was bleeding his whole arm.
That was a different shoot.
That was a different shoot, but that was the same movie, no? Or different? No, it was short.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Ty. How's Ty doing? Anybody talk to Ty? And how's Yesenia?
I spoke to Ty the other day. I spoke to her the other day too.
Any of them watching?
Your film with her is not in Brightside this time around. Is it in the next one?
It's in the next one.
So it'll be in the summer. I got some mixed up, which is in this one and the next one.
Yeah, I kept getting confused too because.
But there's not.
I can watch it.
It's not too many. It's about 100.
I might have to rewatch.
There it is, right there. Like, check that out.
Oh, Caroline.
My
heart.
I'm in that movie.
Watching.
Caroline is nominated for an award at the Brightside.
Yeah. I hopefully.
But does her
she
film
lives
have
in
a
Jersey
machete in
City,
it?
so you don't
Does
go
it?
to Florida.
No machete in that one. No.
I don't know. I don't know where the camera.
Into the outbreak.
But yeah, Caroline is the star right there. Her face is right
She
there and
lives
into
down
the
street.
outbreak.
Hopefully she makes it.
I know. Well, she said she would, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, if she said she's going, I'm sure she will.
She's nominated,
JC,
so
I mean, you know.
right there, right?
She travels a good
So
amount.
I have the
It's a
awards.
flyer.
I didn't look at them. They're in a box. I didn't open the box, but I have the awards. And again, I haven't looked and known since August, so I have no idea. No idea. I didn't even know who was nominated. I had to go way back in an old paper to bring that out and put that out there again. So it's interesting. It really is interesting. But I hope people show up, and I hope people that are nominated come into the awards. And I don't know how we're going to pull that off yet, but Chris and I will probably be in the main room with some people, and we can have people upstairs and in the bar and outside because it should be nice out. And then we'll call up a winner, and if they're there, just come up, and we're gonna have it on probably StreamYard. And I don't know if we'll go live or tape it and then read it and put it out.
So if you go live, you can actually have it on all the televisions at the bar also.
That's true. But did they have? We could go live on Facebook, or StreamYard because it would be StreamYard here, so we could have Facebook and YouTube live.
Yeah, as long as
can do
it's
that
on the
through
web
StreamYard.
somewhere, they can have it on that.
And then we can embed it on the website. So we can go live, but we can hook up. I mean, when you hook up you're gonna have your camera there, and that hooks into StreamYard. That's hooked right into the computer.
Yes.
And
yes, it is.
So that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So we're
totally
gonna
work.
So we'll probably just stream it live.
Yeah, we have a comment here. Diana M. Fry says, "Thank you for choosing my film When the Smoke Clears." So, congratulations, Diana.
When the smoke clears, is that for the next? I think that's for the next Brightside. I'm not sure.
Coming
if
to
it's this
JC.
one. I'm not sure. I can't even remember offhand right now. This doesn't sound familiar. I think that's for the one in August, I believe.
Cool. Still very
I
cool.
believe.
I'm excited to. I'm so. Excited
I could be wrong.
to get
I could be wrong.
I have to leave for probably almost an hour and a half. I have a table read.
Where?
So
New York City?
Technically South Florida, but it's
on
on a
Zoom?
little. Yeah, it's on a.
Well, I'll have my laptop. You could just hop on. If you
I have
want.
my iPad. I'll have my iPad.
You'll
be sitting in the
too.
car,
So,
just
yeah, I just need to find either a quiet corner, possibly.
Probably not in the bar.
The executive research.
It's gonna be
center,
nice outside. Go right
He's got
outside.
that secret bathroom.
He does.
Tommy will let me use.
He does, but it's upstairs. Wait,
Yeah, the upstairs toilet. It'll be great.
yeah, but we're gonna be there watching movies.
Yeah, but I can't take over the toilet for
You can
40
hear it,
minutes.
though. You
Yeah,
can hear
yeah,
it.
I'll mess with
Well, I was
it.
gonna say you could also just go outside.
Outside, it's gonna be
Probably,
nice
yeah.
out. Go right
Not
outside.
on the balcony.
Yeah, I'm probably.
Oh, right outside in the balcony.
There's a
Yeah,
balcony?
you have chair. You can take a chair out there and chill. Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
he has some chairs out there.
That
Yeah.
existed.
Yeah, it's so where that bathroom
Swear
is.
to
There's a
God.
door.
F me, I didn't know that shit existed.
It did.
And I always
It
looked
did.
out
It
and
did.
saw I thought it was like a rooftop that he used weird furniture storage. I've
Well,
only
you know what?
noticed
It's
it-
not.
a rooftop.
It's not
Yeah.
strong enough to have a whole huge people walking around and stuff like that. But you could go out there and chill.
I mean,
yeah.
I've been out there with staff
Yeah.
members at the bar getting
Yeah.
stuff.
A
moving
couple
stuff.
people can move out there, but he can't
It's
have
not-
it open. I don't know why he doesn't. I guess he
because
can't.
there's not a proper barrier.
Proper barrier.
Yeah.
But that would be nice if he could. If he could build something out there and have that nice outside. But it was too late anyway. Like COVID, that would be great. But
Rooftop bars are badass. I'm alright.
that would be really cool if he built around that and did that.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He has a whole sidewalk.
That's a great place. I mean,
really
I
is a
do
lot
love
of
it.
fun.
He's a big part of the allure, though. Tommy
Yeah.
Parisi's just
Oh, it's
forget
the
about
best.
it. He's tops.
Tommy, yeah, he's the best. I can't wait to see
You're
him.
listening, Tommy. You know I love you, man.
Can't wait to see him. We should put this on his pages.
Yeah.
So he
Oh,
knows.
heck yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
you
wait to
send
see
him a
him
link
and do
with him.
this, and of course he'll want to take the microphone and sing in the beginning of the awards. I'm sure.
My
And
mother's
so
in love with him. Vezza's got a crush on T. Parisi.
everyone has
Just
a
put
crush.
it out.
So
there.
he went and said to me because I said he asked me if for Grove if we're having it live. I said no, we're going virtual. He goes, oh, well, can you film me singing then and put it in there? I was like, sure.
So
And he
you-
just never followed through.
You'll be ready for the next one. When is the next one that's
Well-
going to be live?
So similar to your version of hybrid, which is great for the people who can't.
This is the only one we're going to do.
Well, I'm saying that you're doing
Yeah.
because you're showing everything.
But
so-
August we're going all there.
Well, meaning so like the people that don't want to make it or can't make it can
Yeah.
still watch it.
Yeah.
June, which is supposed to be all virtual for us. We're going to actually go hybrid.
There you go.
Like I'm letting the cat out of the bag now. I can tell a few people.
Well, so what we're doing is what you're going to do.
Well, no. I'm not going to screen everything live. Everything's going to be virtual.
Yeah.
But kind of the local-ish films that.
Well, we're not screening everything live either. So.
But well, I'm not. But we don't.
I
have
understand.
films.
New York, New Jersey.
Yeah, because I want to kind of discourage people from traveling.
Yeah, you don't want people like flying in from California.
Yeah. So if they're local-ish and they're going to show up, then we'll do it. I'd ideally like to limit to one screen, but we may go two if we need.
And that's June. Hopefully, I won't be in school. Was it late June?
Yeah, we already discussed the dates, and I know you're around then.
I said I'm
like
around.
Something like the 23rd.
Yeah, 21st is my last. I have a half day on Monday, the 21st, and then.
So the 23rd. I'm right about the date.
So I'm like, let's go early.
No,
I'm ready to go early. If you want to like start early, let's do it.
Nah,
if I still have my apartment, I'll fly for it. You guys know that.
Well, that's right. Other people work for a living, so
remember.
Those weirdos.
I'm working the first week. I told you, I got the table read. I'm working the first week in June. Then the residency is like the second week in June. Then I think the 20th, whatever. But yeah, like I said, I'll fly for it.
Are you coming down to Pensacon with us?
That is still in the air for me.
Let's do it.
Did you call the hotel and see if they have a room with 2 beds so I can just give you half
They
the
were
money?
sold out.
Yeah, I know. I have a room with a king bed. You have a room with a king bed. I can't afford my room with a king bed. I think you got a better deal than me. But if we can get a room with 2 beds, I'll give you the cash.
A cot? You think they got a cot and just put a cot in there?
Yeah, that's something you should look into.
It's not bad. Yeah, no.
Because they ran out of double beds.
Yeah. No. We should call this.
There's no places down there right now. You can't.
What's the name of our hotel? It's
It's like right next to the other hotel.
I'm paying over $2 a night. I forgot what it was.
Yeah,
it was like, I was thinking of just getting a highway place and doing. I'm gonna have to do some driving.
I mean,
anyway,
there were cheaper hotels. If you go down at like a mile or 2 down the road, they're a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper. I was just like, screw it. I'm right there.
Yeah, it's another 12 minutes.
And there are bars. Ming knows. We're right next to where it is. There's the main hotel, and there's a hotel next to it. We're in the hotel next to it.
The main hotel's not even open. Are they putting you guys up in the main, or I couldn't even get I couldn't even get them on the phone.
I have no idea where we are, so I'll figure it out.
He just knows he's there.
There'll be a tent and a cot behind the building.
But they're like you said, there are bed and breakfasts, but they're all packed now too, and everything, or not bed, whatever they call those.
Airbnbs.
And bed and breakfasts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna find like a cheap way down there that costs me more money and man hours to get there. Because my flight's all shot. I have a flight to Miami, which is a 10-hour drive, so forget that. I'm either going to fly into Georgia and drive
10 hours from Miami to
or drive into MSY.
Long distance corners.
Or I might fly into NOLA, do a night in New Orleans, and then I'm only at 3.5. Yeah, it's about 2.5, 3 hours.
Ming's going there.
Yeah. Where? When?
I'm going afterwards, gentlemen.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get wrecked before I get to the con.
Afterwards, you're not invited.
Louisiana state law, you need to get 1 or 2 in you before you.
Well, I only have a quick weekend, Friday, Saturday, and home Sunday, so it's a quickie. But why not? That's what I said. Why not? Do it.
Badass.
And then Stevie and I are going to Houston in July. I'm excited for that.
I have a flight and a hotel room for.
You do? You already got
that?
Yeah,
Mikey Vez is joining.
We don't even have a hotel room yet because they didn't come out with the hotel room prices for the main hotel, and we want to stay there because it's beautiful.
I'm in the Hilton. I think it's near there or something.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's the Hilton, right?
I believe, the Hilton Americas.
Hilton Americas. You got a room?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I have a room.
It
wasn't cheap, but it was modern. Better price than Pensacon.
They should have price price for the con there. It goes up and it's a little cheaper. But I remember somehow I got in there and I got real cheap for when I went with Brian and Hiram, and somehow we got like this awesome deal. And we were like way up there, and we got access to everything, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. You can't not do that anymore.
I did get a room with 2 beds just in case, because I figured it would be an easier trading point if I do want a king size bed when I get there. If no one's there, like if I don't bring any, like a staff with me. Not that I have PAs, but if I had a PA or an intern, if I don't bring it with me.
Somebody's looking to intern.
If you're looking to intern Mikey Vezza, you can have your own bed. If you're looking to date Mikey Vezza, I'm going to switch to a king size bed.
There you go. we got Stevie coming.
And he'll pay for your flight.
Stevie's all ready to go. Stevie's already going. He's going to be part
I'm
of that.
excited to hang with you guys there. I didn't even tell you I booked that. But yeah,
Yeah, you
I'm
didn't.
still up in the air on Pensacon, but I'm probably
Yeah.
going to show up, you know.
So,
I mean, you've been talking about it enough.
Yeah.
so far
I
they
have.
announced 2 guests from Saved by the Bell.
Where, Pensacon or...
Houston.
oh, cool.
Comic Palooza. They met Mario Lopez and Zach Morris. Was
Oh, nice.
Mark
yeah.
Paul Gosselaar.
Mark Paul Gosselaar. They'll
Very
be down
cool.
there.
Yeah.
So they're starting to announce people that are coming.
Yeah.
So.
I mean...
Well, we actually saw Mark Paul Gosselaar. We walked by him
Yeah.
when we were in Rhode Island. We
Yeah,
didn't get to
RI
him.
was
We
good.
decided to go to the guy from NYPD Blue and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that big guy,
You know,
instead.
it's funny because I took a ride up to Rhode Island with my aunt, and that time I went to I have Rhode Island roots. My father's from there. My father's family's from there.
Yeah.
That time I took a ride up to RICC with you, Rhode
Yeah.
Island Comic Con.
That was fun, though.
It was so amazing. Oh
It was
my
fun.
god,
It was a good time.
Yeah, but that was my first time in Rhode Island in like 20-something years.
Wow. How funny was
And then yesterday was the second. Yeah.
We
I think
were-
that's how long it's been since I've been there. Too.
Forget about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
We were sitting down in the hotel, and I was like, I was going to go. We were talking about Christina Ricci. Remember that?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
But then we
She's
like,
cool.
and then
She's
all of a
single
sudden,
now. I
but-
think.
Oh, they
she got
divorced. Yeah. So
yeah.
so we're talking about her, right? And there was people sitting
Yeah.
there, and we knew some of them were stars around here. And like, what's his name from Star Trek came in?
George Takei.
Yeah, George Takei came in. But then there was other, and then remember there was a girl across from us. She was beautiful. I was like, that is an actress.
Stranger Things or something.
Yeah, that was a Stranger Things
she was
girl.
Big. She was big, whoever she was.
Yeah.
You know.
So we're talking, and then we're saying Christina Ricci, this, and then this girl gets up, sitting right where you are, but off to the side. Couldn't you see her? And the girl gets up and looks over at us and walks this way, and it was Christina Ricci the entire
Yeah.
time sitting next to me,
Yeah.
and we're talking about her.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like-
a good lobby to sit in, man. And we
Yeah.
had dinner with your good friend, our
Oh
good
yeah,
friend,
Brian O'Halloran. Yeah, yeah. And then
It's awesome.
So we go to the we go to the bar. Right from the thing, we go right into the bar after I was filming. Ryan did a talk with these guys, a Q&A thing and whatever. So I was filming it, and then we go afterwards right to the bar. We're there, and Anthony Michael Hall saw us earlier. So he walks in, and he goes, he sees Brian and I. He saw
Yeah,
it too,
but
but
he
he
don't know
goes,
me. Yeah, he knows you
but he
guys.
saw us. He goes, of course, the Irish guys are at the bar already, and we're like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, fuck yeah. We're from Jersey, too. You got a problem with that?
And then we tried to get him to come to the after party. There was a big after party, and he was like with this girl, and they're going up this elevator, and he's like, "Man, I'm old now. I'm done."
We wound up getting stuck that night. Remember,
We
I
got
just
stuck.
I just bought my mother her car. We drove that up there, and
Got
I
stuck.
left her car in this parking garage that closed. So we're at 1
Shut
o'clock
the
in the
parking lot
morning
down.
with nowhere to sleep, ready to sleep in a car with no
Every
fucking car
hotel
to
was
sleep
booked.
in. But we couldn't even get in to
hotel.
sleep in the car.
We had the Uber
Yeah.
to like 3 towns down the road
motel,
to get a
yeah.
motel.
Yeah. You know what? We
Good thing
saved
we're
a
around
lot of
small.
money though. That
Saved
hotel was
a
only like
lot.
$60
Yeah.
each,
It
maybe
was
$40
Not
each.
even, yeah. It was
Yeah.
cheap as could be, but it was so like
Cheap. The lady there was nice. Remember, I gave her the toy car that the kids were trying to get rid of, who took our picture. Oh, yeah, with every photograph with this big it was a car from
we did the
vacation movies.
vacation.
Yeah, with every picture, you get a free Matchbox car.
Yeah,
Gave
the
lady-
Matchbox
like, oh, I'll
cars.
give it to my son. Thank you. So yeah, they loved this.
Those
at
were
our
great
hotel.
photos of us sitting in the car for the vacation car, and you had
Yeah.
the grandmother on the roof. They were funny pictures.
So great.
Funny.
I love cons.
And then meeting Anthony Michael Hall was there, but we met him before and that. But right next to Dana Barron was right next there, and I felt so bad because she was like injured. She was in that little chair thing driving around. I don't know if it was like MS.
I think
or,
she's got a medical thing. I don't know. She was wonderful though. I got a picture
wonderful,
with her.
beautiful.
I bought everything she was selling.
Yeah.
She had like a Maxim cover. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous.
But she's
Yeah.
older, but she's not that
Yeah.
much older though. She's
Not
older,
that much
but she's
older.
not that much
Yeah.
older. So
I'm almost 40. I know
Yeah.
you're a little further than me.
yeah, a little
I'm
bit,
not,
but
you know.
she's probably like mid-50s.
I don't know, but she's always been a beautiful
Yeah,
being
yeah.
and a great entertainer. And you know what?
And
She loves that picture of her.
she
and
was-
so
she
do
was
I,
so
and
nice.
I got her signature on it.
Yeah, she was so nice, and then she was writing a book. So I was talking to her and her people, and just telling funny stories. And they're like, oh, we like we want your story about like how you got in the film and teaching and all that, and like in her book, and like she wants stories of fans and how they became fans and stuff. And they're like, can you say a story? And I just made up the story.
Oh, dick.
It was so good. No, it was good. No, but I didn't make it up. I didn't really make it up because I remember with my dad when I was a kid, and
his father taught him how to lie. So he's like,
Yeah.
let me utilize what my father taught me.
So, but
It like makes people cry. Like, you inspired me.
But like today, like today's world, like,
oh my god, I got to do a video for your students.
growing up though, like as a young kid, I got to experience watching R-rated movies with my dad at a young age. But these were like Animal House and Vacation. So like real young, we got the illegal HBO back in the day in New York. When I was real young, and there's legal HBO, and I was like watching all this crap that's R-rated, but my dad's like, oh, this is a classic. Let's watch Vacation. He's got his little 6-year-old son, 6-year-old son, and we're watching Vacation and I'm loving it. And I'm like, I want to do this. I want to like Holiday Road, like Chevy Chase and the kids. I want to go on this vacation. I want to go to Wally World, man. Where's Wally World? And I loved film, so I said seeing that movie the first time, I loved comedy, and I'm a big comedy fan, and I still do, and it is to this day one of my favorites. I love all those Animal House, Vacation, all those R-rated movies that were comedies back in the 80s. I love more than anything.
I saw Animal House when I was maybe like a very young high schooler.
Yeah, my cousins.
And it was like my inspiration to go to college.
Oh, I know.
love that movie.
I saw that when I was about 5 or 6.
Yeah.
My cousins made me watch it.
If he had a better physique, Belushi would even be more my hero, and he's still a comedic, the golden child.
I mean, he did about three strong films, and then that was it.
Well, we lost
because he lost them. He died.
That's unfortunate, and
but he would have been kept going. He did 1941, which didn't do so well, but he did Continental Divide, which didn't do so well. But then he had Animal House and Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
And was there one more?
Oh, his SNL career was so phenomenal, and he was one of the founding members, and he came from what's called where Brett trained, New City or.
But
Second City,
all those cast members from back then,
good.
if they say who was the best, who was the funniest, they all say John Belushi.
So, dude, I mean, his career.
Just watch Animal House. If you did not, if you're out there and you did not watch, he kind of.
We're 80s babies, but
Chris Farley is my favorite too. So why do I like all the young fat guys that are funny that die young?
Oh, John Candy. God rest John Candy every day.
Inspiration.
John Candy was.
I love John Belushi. I love John Candy, and I love Chris Farley, and they're all gone too soon.
Way gone too soon. You know what?
Amazing comic.
Yeah, with Farley and Belushi, it was really the struggle with
the drugs.
And you know what though? It's so often the flaw of genius. Like one of my favorite actors, who's not known for comedy, even though he's funny as shit in Along Came Polly, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I know it was, and I met him twice, and he was such a nice
I've taken
guy.
direction from him. I was an extra, but he directed a movie. It was an indie.
I probably know it.
Funded indie called Jack Goes Boating. It wasn't bad, and it certainly wasn't bad for first time director. It was phenomenal. And I actually took direction from him in one of the graduate school classes. I'm in the background, so I'm like, I'm out of focus, sitting at a desk behind,
Blur number
a
7
girl or something. Yeah, Blur 6.
I used to go to some theater shows in New York, and he the Public Theater, and he was part of it. He had like his company do things there, and he would go there. So there was a play that the girl I knew that was in it, and he was there. So my friend and I, I don't smoke. My friend doesn't smoke, but it was a break, and we went outside for some air, and there was people smoking. There was a guy there in a wool hat.
Yeah,
it wasn't even that cold.
yeah.
And he's sitting there smoking, and he's asked someone for a cigarette or whatever, and we're just hanging out, and talking to this guy. And I'm looking at him like, oh my God, that is Philip Seymour Hoffman.
So what, dude? He was cool. I mean, and he had the best portrayal, in my opinion, of a non-fictional American spy ever. Like in Charlie Wilson's War.
Yeah.
When he, like that scene, he does that monologue and he busts that window. Can't.
He was so good.
So perfect
look at
in
Capote.
that role of a CIA agent. I just, Just
Anything he did, even like Mission Impossible 3. I mean, he was the bad guy, and oh my gosh, he was like
sinister AF, man.
Yeah.
Amazing,
But
amazing.
He was so good at anything.
Amazing,
he did.
good guy.
Theater,
amazing, toned down guy.
And just a regular Joe.
Yeah,
regular Joe.
The
But
only
then,
thing I didn't
there
like
he is.
him,
There he is.
Oh.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like him in was one of his like first roles in one of my
Boogie
favorite
Nights?
movies called Son of a Woman with Pacino and O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Which was an incredible film.
Yeah, it's a good film.
And you know what? He wasn't bad in it. I think he was just young and kind of getting his acting.
Well, look at
chops
Boogie Nights
and-
is kind of what put him on the map. I think.
Boogie Nights! My God, he's so good.
Yeah.
He's just
But
so
that
good.
like
Yeah.
made him a name.
Yeah. Well,
That
pardon me,
movie.
Jim. I'm gonna run to the restroom.
Yeah. Absolutely. What's that picture there? Who's that? Who's that one?
It's Boogie Nights.
Oh, that's Boogie Nights. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, that was it. That was good when it came out too. I mean, that also Mark Wahlberg helped him. That was pretty cool.
Well, I still remember I was a big fan of Fear when it came out.
Oh, I know. You were. You always talked about that, but that really put him on the map. Was that his first? Well, no, he did other things, little parts, but that was his
Fear
first
was the first
starring.
one, yeah.
Because he was in the movie with Danny DeVito as one of the kids in the army-ish thing, and of Basketball Diaries.
Yeah.
But he was not the first.
He wasn't like the lead.
Yeah. So Fear was his first lead role, and man, he was
Yeah,
crazy.
I actually remember getting in trouble because I showed the movie Fear to my film students because that entire movie
Was it R? Or
It actually
PG-13?
it's PG-13, but there's a version,
It's R-ish, yeah.
There's a version that's R. Like it was rated R, then it was rated PG-13.
Oh, so they have a cut version.
So there was one of the other faculty members that had an issue with me. Went to the principal, goes, "Look, it's rated R," and I got written up for it because of that. But
Oh.
and I'm like, "No, look at the box. It's PG-13."
I have them sign a thing now. We
Yeah.
can, but I mean, we can't go too crazy.
But we had that entire movie. There's only 2 songs in the entire movie that they keep playing again and again.
Oh, really? So they got the rights to those 2 songs.
Yeah, and then
Love it.
they use the music to just like emote the essence of the scene so well. Like on the roller coaster,
Yeah, the roller coaster. scene,
the
yeah.
music just comes up at the perfect time, and
That also put Reese Witherspoon on the map.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she did other stuff, but she was just like a child actor. That put her name out there.
yeah, no idea who she was before that.
She was like in Man in the Moon. She was like one of in that, and she did a Disney movie with Ethan Embry. It was her in a far away place, and they were like, it was in Africa.
I know the movie. I think.
And it was them too. Like, you don't realize it's them too. It's Ethan Embry and Reese Witherspoon, because she wasn't like big yet. She was just the girl in the movie.
Yeah.
But Fear put her on that map too. So that's pretty cool to go back there. And then was William Patterson in that movie? Not William Pat. Wait, William, the guy from CSI, the original CSI. Was it William Peterson? William
I know
Peterson.
who you mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was in it. And Alyssa Milano was in it. And,
He was. I mean, he was in Young Guns 2 as Pat Garrett. Patty Garrett.
yeah, I'm trying to remember. I was just.
Yeah, he had just had darker hair then, but
Do you
that's
know
it.
that? Speaking of Young Guns, they're actually going to make a Young Guns 3.
I heard.
There's some talks.
So he had interviews in the past. Emilio Estevez had interviews, and they said, "What about Guns N' Roses 3?" And he goes, "Oh, we all died though." He goes, "We all died, so it can't be. We died. I died." And even though he did the story where he's the the Bill guy later, but he's like, "We all died." So you can't do it.
Brushy Bill.
You can't do a 3, and then all of a sudden he's doing a 3.
Well, see, I get it because I've actually read the studies and all that with the Brushy Bill where they determined, yes, he was most likely Billy the Kid.
Yeah,
But the other guys died.
they died. They all died. So how do you bring them
Yeah,
back?
because like he's like, yeah, they're possibly bringing back Lou Diamond Phillips.
Chavez. Yeah, because maybe they never showed him die. They just showed the horse. They never showed him die. The horse came.
Well, I thought they were because they were also bringing back possibly
Can't bring either. He was dead as a doornail.
Christian Slater.
They say he dies. In the words at the end, they say that when he got to
Arkansas
Mexico, Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh gets killed, but they said that in the words.
Yeah.
So they could work around that. They didn't kill him off
Yeah.
in the movie, so they could probably work that out.
Well, what I think is interesting because you're talking about Kiefer Sutherland getting his character in like the real history. That wasn't where he actually died. He didn't die then. He
lived
insisted-
out his life.
And he
Was he a school teacher?
He was. He actually died at a different point in time. He had wanted
To die?
He had another
Project?
Thank you. My mind is off.
So they just killed him
And
off?
so he's like, I'll do it, but you have to kill me at this point because I can't be here for the whole production.
Wow, is that why he died
And it
there?
throws off the real history.
Oh, but it was such a good moment. Like Doc dies there, and
Yeah.
it was such a good. It was so good for the movie.
Well, Billy the kid's best friend actually did die in that. Who was
In that little.
one of the people that supposedly died in Young Guns 1 at the end. He actually lived. And
It's one of the two guys.
Movies since I'm a young.
Yeah, we were just talking about how
I'm
young.
a Charlie Sheen fan.
Yeah, so Young Guns 3 is in the works. Young Guns 3, and like,
Good.
how are they going to do that?
What are they putting in?
It's going to be like the ghost stuff. John Bon Jovi, he's going to be in it now. But he was in
Did
it for a
they kill
second. He gets
Char?
shot and killed.
Did they kill Carlos in the first one?
Yeah. Carlos
the
Estevez
first one who
dead in the
dies.
first one. Well, you can't
Yeah,
say
it's
that
been a
this
long
because
time,
Emilio
yeah.
Estevez is the star, so it's Charlie Sheen. He dies. Yeah, he was-
Original Brat Pack, bro. This is the LA guys.
Yeah.
Were anyway.
Yeah.
No,
Emilio
yeah.
Estevez hasn't done much acting. He say he hasn't done much acting purposely. He's kind of normal life, but he's been directing.
He's doing the Mighty Ducks now.
That's what I was
Game
going to get to. So
Fuck
he's
yeah.
back as Mighty Ducks, and I'll tell you what, I watched it, and it's good.
Yeah, I've been watching it too.
It's good. I miss-
Anything but its roots in Disney is freaking
It's
awesome.
so,
I'm
but
sorry.
they did it so well. Like I thought this is going to be stupid. Not bringing him. It was so, it's done well.
They have a perfect screenwriting formula is the bottom line. All their movies follow Joseph Campbell's hero's journey one way or another one. It's all perfect structure.
Did you
and
watch-
It's the best people in the world that do it. And they have multi-billion-dollar budgets on top of it.
Did you watch the latest Marvel show with
I just started, man.
Captain
Mandalorian
America,
today.
the-
The Western set in Star Wars world.
what?
I know it's sad.
You didn't see that yet?
I'm only on episode 3 of season 1,
Oh
so
my
please don't
gosh.
tell me about
Oh
the
my
Baby
gosh.
Yoda or
You-
anything.
you gotta-
I know. I'm so excited to get through this.
You gotta die.
don't tell me.
See,
No,
you
no,
think,
no.
and you think season 1 is so great, and you're like, it can't top season 1, and they do.
You know what?
They do. Season 2 is incredible.
People ask me who like, yeah, look, you're an actor. I'm a bit of a wannabe on top of being an actor. Everyone is in our industry. But who's the director you work with most? You almost always get Scorsese, Tarantino. For me, Johnny Favreau all day long.
As a
All
director,
day long, every day.
have you ever been in anything that he directed?
No, not as an extra, not as anything else. But Elf. What a friggin' awesome movie!
I know he got
It's a personal favorite.
I mean, he's known how to direct and act way back
Yeah.
when. I mean, he was in Rudy.
Made.
Yeah, but he was in Rudy as an actor. But he's a smart guy. But he did before Made. He did Swingers.
Swingers, he didn't direct. They hired a director, but he created.
But yeah. So
So
the
good. No, he
director
knows what he's
worked
doing.
with them. There's Young Guns. Is
Johnny
that
Fav been around a
Young Guns
two.
2?
Of 3.
That says 3 on it, but that's a picture from 2.
Yeah.
Young Guns 2, I have the CD. I love the movie. I have it on VHS and DVD. And it was the one. It's, I don't have a laser disc, but I'll tell you what. It was at the right time and I got into westerns at that time, and I liked 2 better than 1, which is odd. I always liked the first movie better, except for Empire. Maybe.
This is the shock face.
You don't like Young Guns 2 better?
I liked Young Guns 1 better.
I like Young Guns 2 better. I don't know why. Maybe it's the chase, the music.
I think the end fight scene in Young Guns 1 is what I really like.
That's good. That's good. But for some reason, I just liked. I guess Young Guns, for me, the characters were built up, and 2 they were already built up, and they do the whole thing. But I just liked it. I liked the actors in it. Well, it was Christian Slater. I think I was going through a Christian Slater
I
thing.
love Slater.
Just like Ming over there would pump up the volume.
How great is Cops? Oh, Cops with Christian
Cops,
Slater. Yeah.
pump up the volume. Heathers. I mean,
I actually just watched that last
So
week.
Heathers.
great.
Cuffs?
He voices
No, Heather
Slater
Slater.
on Archer. He was one of the cartoons I
Yeah,
watch. He's
so-
so awesome. And he voiced a guy on Rick and Morty. He voiced the leader of the.
yeah, so.
What are they called?
And so Young Guns too. I was a big Christian Slater fan back in that time period. So he was in Young Guns too as Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh. And I was on set in a movie with him, and I was talking to Ed because we were both in the same movie.
Yeah.
So we met on the set, and we had worked or met each other before and some other things. We're like, oh, this is a small world, or from Jersey, all this stuff, or around this area, because he said he took acting classes in Red Bank, and he went to Monmouth.
He lives like 2 minutes from me.
He went to Monmouth. Yeah, he lives down there, but he went here. So that's how we had this connection. We were talking, and then we start talking about Christian Slater, and this was James Franco film. And we're on the set. We're in the Bronx, the only beach there is in the Bronx. It's freezing cold out. It's like April, freezing, right? So we start doing, Christian Slater talk and about movies he didn't do in lines. So we're doing like Young Guns 2 lines of Arkansas. They root a ball and going back and forth. And the guy walks behind us as we're doing it in a jumpsuit, and it was Christian Slater. And he turns and he says the line from Young Guns 2, and we both look at him, we're dead silent, looking, staring, and he just smiles at us. What's up, guys? And he walks away. And we're like, that was one of the coolest moments ever.
He is just so classic, cool, and awesome.
Just randomly
I can listen
that.
to his voice. I can look at him. I can look at him old in Robot. I can look at him young, 20 years. He's just cool.
So we didn't officially
cool.
meet him, but he heard us doing him and walked behind us and did a line and looked back and was like, "What's up, guys?"
That's close enough for me to say I met him. That's just so cool.
Well, still, cool. I had an experience with him. That's,
But we were there. We were in the scene with him, like in the background, obviously, and it was in the Adderall Diaries, which I haven't seen the movie. I don't even know if I made the cut, but I played a park ranger.
I never heard of it. Is it?
Adderall Diaries. He did. James Franco did a bunch of movies. This is pre all his troubles.
Franco was always good. I don't know. I can't speak to his problems with that.
I mean.
I was always a fan until
but he did a bunch of like small indie ones that he would
do
do
2 indie films, studio film, 2 indie films.
So he would get money and he helped these, and some of them were former students too, or people that he taught in NYU, and they made this thing, and he did about 2 or 3 in a row. I think Ed Harris plays his father in Adderall Diaries, which is funny because I did a scene with Ed Harris, and I did 3 movies with Ed Harris. How crazy is that? That's funny, but I did a movie scene with Ed Harris. And it got cut from the stupid movie.
Did one of James Franco's brothers show up to Brightside? One of your friends?
Yeah. Dave Franco showed
awesome.
up to
and
one
he's
of the
married
girls.
to the girl from Community. Like I said, I saw.
Are they? Yeah. Which one? The dark-haired girl?
Yeah.
Dark-haired girl?
Yeah, the real. She's pretty. I forgot her name off the top of my head.
But she's the annoying character on Community, though, right? She's that.
She's not that annoying.
She's not the. No, I'm thinking of the dark-haired, smarty pants one that.
I don't watch Community. No, I just remember.
When
he was telling me.
I'm just guessing. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm thinking there's a lot of women in that, but I'm thinking that might be the girl.
Yeah, no, she's. I can
not
see
real
it,
life.
She's
just a character.
I watched every episode, and she's outstanding.
Yeah.
I think her character name's Annie. But no, she's very good in that.
Yeah. So how funny is that? I remember you saying that Dave Franco came to that.
Yeah.
What was that? Remember that one guy that he looked exactly like a big time actor, and he was in the corner. And we kept looking at him, and we're like, "Is that so and so? Did he fly in from California?" It was like I don't know. It was like a big name. Like I don't know. I can't think of who it would be, but me and you, we kept saying like, "That guy looks exactly like so and so." So like dead on, like Jason Statham. Or something like that, and he was sitting there the whole time, and we're like, because he was with the California crew, so we're like, I remember saying, "Is that Jason Statham?" And you're like, "I think that might be Jason Statham." Like exactly. No, but it was somebody. It was somebody different, wasn't him. But but not him per se. It was a different actor. Statham, I can't remember what actor we were talking about, but he looked spot on, like Vin Diesel or something.
I vaguely remember.
It was somebody big.
Jason Statham and Vin Diesel are not looking like that.
I know.
You're talking about old bald guys, bro.
I'm not talking about a look-alike. I'm saying it was a big actor, and I can't remember what big actor was, but the actor that it was looked exactly like this person. And we're like, was he part with them?
Well, it's like I was at the festival for your film that screened out in
oh yeah, you said Pierce Brosnan.
And I was sitting right next to Pierce Brosnan, and I'm like, it kind of looks like him, but like Pierce Brosnan's not that great with that much hair. And afterwards, I'm like, oh yeah, now he is okay.
That's funny.
Because you're used to the movies where they all color
and then you mess with me. He messes with me. He says that 007 said that I was really good in disco fries, and I was like, what? I was going nuts. I'm like, I was telling people right then and there, I'm like, 007, Pierce Brosnan said I was good at disco fries. He's like, I'm just fucking with you. I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, I was like, no, he left before your film.
Because that would be awesome. If like some guy, like some famous guy like that was just like, that gym teacher's awesome. I'd be like, yeah. They did that. Some theaters they did that where they knew who I was though. They would just kid around and say that gym teacher was great. And
well, that was like I forgot which celebrity I met, and they're looking at me. They go, "You look really familiar to me," and I was like, I don't know why. And they're like, "I actually just saw your movie." They saw like
one of the outbreaks or something.
I think they saw Into the Outbreak.
Was this Hoboken maybe?
No, this was I was at
It was one totally.
I was at a completely random festival, and I'm at the bar, and I just started talking to like celebrity, and like yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw your film. Like you were lead. I remember you had a machete, and I'm like, okay, you're narrowing it down a little for me, but I know you're
about
right.
5 or 6 films you could guess from there.
Maybe a dozen, but ones that would have seen would be narrowed down to maybe 2 or 3.
What was the one with O'Halloran? That was Bloody Slumber.
Bloody Slumber.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. I looked it up and watched. I still knew you well, but I didn't.
Brian is really good in that scene. Really good.
Yeah, you wrote that scene.
He
wrote the
whole
film.
movie.
Yeah,
he wrote the scene. He wrote the whole
Brian
thing.
doing some weird shit there, Brian.
He was actually thrilled to play a cannibal. He's like, all right,
he was like licking intestines.
You guys, if you didn't see that, man, you got to see it. Well, Halloran is a cannibal.
Puts like a screwdriver into the guy, and he's like pouring a cup of his blood.
But him with the woman and the mother, he's like mother, because it was so psycho-ish.
Yeah,
so funny.
And actually, what's the movie? The Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
The mother in that is the one I said to the woman. I was like, "This
was that the mother?"
No, but I said that's the inspiration for this
That's
character.
so similar.
That was my inspiration. That
She's
mother.
so similar. That mother was at Hoboken. The woman who played the mother came to Hoboken and got an award for something at one point. Yeah, because I recognized her too, but she was a lot older, obviously. But and then
we're all a lot older.
Yeah,
obviously.
No, but it was older than that.
I'm older than reality.
All those
Mike now.
Yeah.
Dickie and Gerard are watching. I don't know what
all
to tell
those
you.
kids from Kindergarten Cop were adults. They had just had a reunion, and then they popped. Arnold came up, and
they're all like 40.
They're all like 40 years old. Yeah.
I'm just about there. I haven't made it yet. They were somewhere.
Oh gosh.
You can play the oldest kindergartner.
What's his name? From
when they do number 3.
I'll take
from Before He Disappeared. I always forget his name, and he's local, or was local. Producer, played Gideon. From Vampire Diaries.
Paul Wesley.
Paul Wesley. So
I never watched the Vampire Diaries.
So Paul Wesley, I knew him when he was younger because he went to CBA here. Mm-hmm. He has a different last name in real life, or then, or whatever. So we go to, I remember after yours, we went up to Woodstock, and there was this Italian restaurant, and the people there were from here. They retired, and they bought the Italian restaurant right next to where they were playing the movie Before He Disappeared. And I brought Mike, my friend Mike, who was in the horror movie, and I'm like, come with me. You'll love this movie. And he's like, we're going all the way to Woodstock, from New York to Woodstock. And he's like, are you sure? I'm like, dude, you're going to love the movie. You're going to love the movie. He's like, whatever, man. So we're driving. I'm like, it's Woodstock. We've never been. We're driving up to Woodstock. We get there. Italian restaurant. He's Italian. He loves the restaurant. He's like, this is great. We're at the bar area. And then, there's Sean Christensen. And then we didn't get to meet him because he missed your thing. So I got to meet him there. Yeah. And Fatima was there too. And they were all there. So I see Paul, but I don't know who he is yet. And I saw the movie already at your place. And I see him, and I'm looking at him. So I go up to him because he's sitting around the bar. I said, I know you. And he goes, oh, from Vampire Diaries? I go, no, I don't watch that stuff. I don't watch that. I go, but I know you. And he goes, oh, yeah, well, I'm in Before I Disappear. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're Gideon. I get that. And he goes, yeah, I produced it too, whatever. I'm like, yeah, but I know you. Not that. What else do I know you from? And they're talking, and he's like, yeah, I'm from, like, Matawan or Matawan, New Jersey, or whatever, Marlboro, New Jersey. And I was like, CBA, you hung out with so-and-so. We were over here doing this and that. And he's like, that's messed up. He goes like, yes. And I was like, oh, my God. I'm like, oh, you had a different last name, though. I was like, yeah, I'll change my name.
What was funny is in Before I Disappear, because I don't watch Vampire Diaries, so...
Yeah,
I had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the movie, I was like, this guy's really good.
Yeah, really good.
And then when, when we went and nominated him, I look it up, I'm like, oh, shit, the guy's like a big actor, okay.
So this is even funnier. Years before, I was with Stevie and we were at Comic-Con in San Diego, and a brand new show, Vampire Diaries, was out, and I was right there talking to the actors. The girl, because she was in Degrassi, was on the show, so I'm like, oh my god, she's so hot. So I'm talking to her, and a guy next to her, and I have a picture, pictures with her, and there's this guy, and there was freaking him right there, all the pictures, because I didn't take pictures of him or with him. I didn't know who he was, but he's in the photographs, and I was like, that's fucking funny. That's funny. Paul Weasley. But no, he was good. He was really good. I mean, before he disappeared, if you people did not see that, if you find that one, man, you put that up. That's one of my favorite movies for
I
drama.
For Northeast Film Festival,
That was.
I still think one of the best features we've ever screened.
It was a packed theater, and I didn't know anything about it. Stevie didn't know anything about it.
There were people that flew in, not involved in the film whatsoever,
because they heard about it.
Flew in from Ohio just to see this film.
Because they heard about it,
or
did they know him, or they knew because of the Oscar?
They didn't know anyone in it. They just heard about this film and really want to see it, and flew from Ohio
because it didn't play anywhere. It was in Cannes.
Yeah, we were the second. Or it was in
Was the feature in Cannes, or was that just the short? Were they in Cannes?
The short? No, they were in.
It wasn't Cannes.
I want to say Berlin.
It was
Cannes?
something.
I think, or Cannes? Is it?
Yes,
it's
Cannes.
It's Cannes. Yeah.
Cannes.
But yeah, we were the second U.S.
Yeah, like that broad's got a nice can.
I say Cannes, you say Cannes.
We were the second. Put it in a sentence. I'm from Jersey.
Yeah.
We were the second U.S. festival for them to even screen it. So.
Yes, I remember that. And then, so we go there not knowing anything about it. It was opening night. It was your second year. I've never been blown away by a movie, like just blown away by the acting and the writing and the film work and being a film teacher. I don't even know if I was teaching then.
No, you weren't.
I wasn't a teacher yet. But oh man, I tell my kids though. I used to sometimes show it, but we only had, and this year couldn't do that. But I did show Curfew, and they all liked it. They're like, "That's a good movie." I'm like, "I know."
If you think that's a good movie, I got a feature for you.
I got a feature for you. But like, it's funny because a lot of the critics like the short, but a lot of the, like people like us like the feature. And I saw the feature first, and I loved the character depth.
Yeah.
And it's just
and
the acting
and Emmy Rossum.
Oh, Emmy Rossum just now I feel bad for the girl from the short.
Was it
Kim something?
I know I just can't remember.
She was good, but if you put
her character
next to Emma, but she didn't
was
have much.
So small in the short
part,
versus
small part, but and she's out the whole movie. But if you watch the ending, and they're very similar, almost shot for shot. I mean, Christian was on the freaking money, and they reshot it. He's on the money in both.
No,
I almost tear every time I see it. But it's the one with Emma Rossum when she's freaking, because they're crying, and she cries a little, but Emma Rossum has this face.
She cries. Chris cries. Everyone cries.
It's killer. It's killer. It's really cool stuff. So, well, anyway, I just want to get some up for the Brightside stuffs and let people know what's going on.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, so it's online tomorrow. If you go to our website, BrightsideTavernFilmFestival.com, you just click on the Binge Wave and you can get tickets. There is a set, and they're different films playing than, well, not the same films, but just some of them are different sets. In different times,
like different time slots.
Yeah, slides on, and there's some movies were moved around a little bit. So there is a set. There's a set at, I was doing the high school a little later, and then I was, oh crap, we have to put in another set earlier. So Saturday at 3:00, there's a film set. You could go on BrightsideTavernFilmFestival.com and click on the Binge Wave, and $6 a ticket is all it is. And you can watch some really good films. I think it's $15 to watch them all, and you can watch them for 2 days. So you
and if you miss the screening, there's also a period of VOD period where you can go on. I think it's Monday.
Yeah, so I did it Monday, Tuesday.
You can just, especially if you have the All Access Pass, just watch whatever.
Watch whatever on there and check out the films. So it is a 3:00, and then 5 p.m. is the high school and college. It's a long set, but a lot of the high school and college films. And then afterwards on Facebook and on our webpage and YouTube or whatever, we will have the student awards and go through that, and I'll send certs out for that. We're still working on getting those together. So we don't have the official just yet, but we will by 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Almost done. So we have that. But all the other trophies and winners and all that was done since August of last year. So that is all set in stone. So it is what it is. I don't even know. So all day Saturday, there's 3 sets. Then we have a nice big set at 8 p.m. I think it's some comedy and maybe horror. No, it's comedy set and a few others that were kind of mixed together for that 8 o'clock set on Saturday night on Binge Wave. And then you could actually watch some of the films on Saturday night online and then come on Sunday and watch the films again.
And whatever you miss on Sunday, you could then watch VOD
Monday. Again on VOD Monday. So Sunday, all day long, starting pretty early, 2 screens, back in upstairs, downstairs. There'll be a lot of the films. We're getting them all in there. And we're really excited. We want people to come. We sold a bunch of tickets already. And filmmakers, please come on down. If you weren't going to come and you're like, oh, wait, now I'm off or I can come. And now that they're opening things up, we can come. And like 2 or 3 days after, they're opening everything up.
Yeah, I think on Wednesday.
So how ironic is that? But things are opening up. Everything is starting. The baseball games are allowed. More people to come in there now. Everything's starting to open up, and everything seems to be getting better. And soon these will be. Yeah, we're all vaccinated here.
Vaxxed up. I got J&J right before they pulled it off the market. My mother basically made me get it. Then she was like screaming in terror because I was in my apartment and something. I just took a nap and didn't answer my phone for 3 hours. Yeah. She called all my friends. I got like 5 calls from New Jersey.
Did the bad vaccine? Did he die?
Oh my God, Mikey.
So that's going on, and then so Sunday there's 3 sets on Binge Wave as well. So we have 6 sets total, 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and again, $6 a set or $15. You can watch all 6 sets and all the movies, where you can't do that at the venue because 2 are going on at the same time. So you could do both. And then the award show will be following all the films on the internet as well as at the venue, probably about 7:30 p.m., 7 to 7:30 p.m. Don't know officially yet because things get pushed back, but I'd say around 7, between 7 and 7:30 should be live on the internet. If not live, we will tape it and play it right after, about an hour after, so maybe 8 o'clock if we have to. But we'll try to do the live version, but we will be there, so come on by. We do have trophies, so come pick it up. Come get it. Around 7 p.m. Sunday at the Brightside Tavern.
I was randomly just thinking because the trophies have like stars for a
time to
horror
go.
movie.
Yeah,
that's we gotta go.
Yeah, it'll be time to wrap up.
Will there be any FDU or Montclair State?
I don't know. There's no. Well, student films are going to be online. They're not going to be there. So just make sure you come. You can get the tickets online on the website, on Facebook. Follow all our social media. Check out our podcast that we just did. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool to be back here, and we went over a lot in that short period of time.
Yeah, I've been talking fast, but I'm really just excited to see you
it's
guys.
exciting.
Anyway, love you.
We're
all.
excited to see all you filmmakers. Come out, please. Sunday, if you can. If you can, come out. Wear your mask. We'll be separated in the room. We could fit about 30, 35 people down there and upstairs. About 30 upstairs, 35 downstairs. That's the numbers that we're going to have to do. So if it's too crowded, you can wait outside, chill outside. It's going to be nice out, so come chill. Eat at the bar, drink at the bar.
Brightside Tavern, where the drinks are always cold.
Yeah. And say hello to Tommy and hang out in Jersey City. So we're excited about that, and we will see you there or online and tomorrow night as well with the award show. And thanks for coming, guys. Now it's time.
Thanks for having us.
Ming, thanks a lot, and we'll see you soon.